Thank you, Mr. President. The imminence of the accession of Romania and Bulgaria is underlined by today's vote on the nominees for 2 commissioners and 2 members of the Court of Auditors. Both Meglena Kuneva and Leonard Orban were deeply involved in the negotiations for their respective countries' membership. I think each was dealt a tough hand of cards, especially if you think of the distance that each country has travelled on its road to membership. It proved tougher than expected. It needed 2 years more than other countries emerging from the former Europe. But we must learn how to adapt our union to a wider membership, a fuller house with inevitable family disputes. All are going to have to learn to give a bit if they are to take. Whether we yet have a full house, of course, is still a matter for debate, and maybe Mr. Brok will enlighten us towards the end of this week. But I think it's fitting that those who bore the burden of the accession negotiations bear some of the fruit of their labours. Mrs. Kuneva and Mr. Orban have a great deal to contribute to Europe. The depth of knowledge that they've gleaned from the talks will stand them in good stead for their collegial decision-making on the upper floors of the Berlaymont. Whether they choose to play the Queen of Hearts or the Ace of Spades in President Barroso's House of Cards is up to them. But I remain convinced that Romania and Bulgaria will be an asset to the Union and not a burden, as some would have us believe. And I know that some in this House, President, are thinking of voting against one of the nominees for the Court of Auditors. If we are serious about bringing 2 countries into the Union, let us be serious about bringing them in properly and not play games with the nominees. If I may offer a word of advice to President Barroso, as he chews on how to use the talents of his 2 latest recruits, I would say it is this: President, there are not enough jobs for 27 commissioners. That's why we supported the Constitution's provisions to slim the college down. So please ensure that members of the Commission act in the community interest, not as representatives of their home states, define their jobs clearly, more clearly perhaps than you have done in your letter to President Borrell, allegedly clarifying the role of intercultural dialogue. It's left many of us with more questions than answers. But we wish you success. We wish the 2 new commissioners success, and we expect that you will do the job we need to advance the cause of Europe.
Gracias, señor Watson.